like you feel a connection because it's a story. And then and then I remember when he went to the court, and he said in court, these people have an argument with me because I say there's resurrection and they say there's no resurrection. I was thinking, that's such a clever thing to do, because at first they were all against him, and then he said, well, I say there's resurrection, which is true. He was saying there was a resurrection. And then they all started arguing amongst themselves. I was thinking, because you feel that connection with you, you're thinking, go Paul.
Go Paul! Go Paul! Yeah!
It's your team, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's the main difference between reading the Bible in just parts and reading this as a story.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
You feel that connection to Paul, who is at this point the main character, and then you see it differently.
Because I never had a connection with my Bible until I started with this.
Right. I think
Paul was just because, like you say, they did listen to Paul. But a lot of Christians now, they're scared to confront people. But Papa tells you to confront people, doesn't he? And Paul did confront them. And they took it all right, didn't they? Well, sometimes.
Sometimes his messages were like quite strongly worded.
Yeah, they were.
But you could, but it was always with an undertone of love. You could always tell that he was doing it for their benefit, for no other reasons.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't for his selfish gain, and it wasn't for him or anything, was it? He always said, in the Lord Jesus,
And he always quote from the Old Testament as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
This is authoritative.
I've always thought with Paul, he carries a tremendous
authority.
So when you read these things and you know he's got all this God authority in him, I've been in meetings in my life in different situations. I'm quite old now, but when a man enters a room with authority, you know it. Thank you. But you know it, and that's how I think they coped with Paul's challenges to them, because they kind of thought, this man's carrying some authority.
Yes.
And it's the authority of God,
God,
so they're going to respond to it either badly and run away, or shape up.
That's right.
He was also quite pragmatic. He said, when they were saying about, he said, if you came to God and you were circumcised, then don't become uncircumcised.
And vice versa.
And he also made a lot of sacrifices. For example, he said, if somebody sees that eating meat, sacrificed meat, is nothing, it's no big deal, it doesn't mean anything. But if somebody sees me doing it, and they're of weaker will, and they're new to the spirit, and they're an inquiring mind, and it causes them to do something wrong, then he says, I'll never eat meat again.
Don't eat meat.
He sacrificed himself so much just for the good of the others, so they can see him as an example. He's really trying to strive and go down the right path so people could look towards him. But then again, he said, don't just look towards me, look towards God. I won't be able to do this myself. It's through God that all these things are possible. So.
And that's true, and that's what we want to do in life, and that's how I see my life, is like that, like Paul. I feel that we're meant to be examples to other people. You've got some for you, you've got some against you. But that's okay, because it doesn't matter about what they think, it's what God thinks, and he knows our hearts, what he's sending us to do. It's amazing that.
But you always make it so when you talk, you really catch attention of people. You've got such a way of being able to speak that I don't know about anyone else, but it makes me excited. I'm like listening and thinking you could be a preacher in because
you got a nice way.
You got to deliver it.
The way you deliver it.
It is.
And you can keep me calm, dear.